Fester. Don't drag it out. Don't tease me. Come on. Fester says he's got a big surprise for me. Fester is not yet revealing it. He says I have to wait until tomorrow. It's not even today. I have to wait till tomorrow. Some big Fester surprise.
It's going to be tomorrow. I don't even want to.
I realize that the surprise is going to be tomorrow, but I'd like to know what the surprise is.
I don't even want to get your hopes up.
Welcome to the MJ Morning Show. It's Q105. The MJ Morning Show is back. Hey, Rox and Fester and Froggy, Coop.
Is this surprise food related?
No.
Did you catch the Office Bandit?
Did you?
No.
Oh, what else is there?
No.
Did you catch the off?
You put a Ring doorbell in there. I thought that was the big announcement.
Whoever is tossing the morning show office, whoever is, pranking Fester, because Fester's the only one that uses the office.
I mean, to a larger extent, they're really pranking you. I'm amazed you're not more concerned about
why
this.
they prank you? I've never been in that office.
Your name's on the door.
In the 1 year and 3 months or so, 4 months now, that we've been back on Q105, I've walked into that office maybe twice, and I've spent a total of maybe a minute.
And he was revolted for that whole minute.
We need a couch in the office, by the way.
It just smells like Fester in there.
It does.
It's a little musty.
It does.
I think that's called fusty. When it's Fester and
musty, it's
fust.
It's fusty.
So I was
it's
in
an all-new fragrance from Dior. It's called Fusty.
Oh.
Fusty.
I've never.
Fusty.
All right. I've never purchased anything from Ring.
Okay. You're not inside the. You're not inside the. You want me to put you inside?
Put me in the Cologne Echo.
Okay, you're in Cologne Echo.
Fusty.
Can I do
From
it?
Christian Dior.
Oh, do you want to get in there too?
Oh gosh.
Come on in. It's like we're all going to get a state fair porta potty. You know.
That's a party.
When does the state fair start? Is it like next?
The 10th?
Does it start this week or next week?
This week.
This week. Am I in it?
Does it start tomorrow?
It starts the 10th. So
All right, so
what's
that's Friday. Oh, no, it's tomorrow. Today's the 9th. Yeah. All right. Okay, you're in the State Fair porta potty with Fester's new fragrance.
You
Go
have to
ahead.
get so close, Roxanne?
Yeah, because it's part of my act.
Why are you so close to him?
I'm doing a commercial.
I-
and I'm like, is that Fusty you're wearing?
And then you pass out.
Roxanne just committed 2 HR violations, getting very close in the workplace.
And you did by being fusty. That's an HR violation.
It's actually not a violation.
It's fusty. All right. Fester, listen.
Yes.
Look, tell me. Come on. Just tell me what I can look forward to tomorrow, and so we can promote this. First of all, is this for on air? Is this something that we're going to talk about that benefits the show?
Yes.
All right. Well, then let's promote it that it's tomorrow.
Yeah, sort of what we do.
Yeah. Thank you for. All right. Let me put you back in. Go ahead.
Thank you, Pat. Thank you. It's good to be back in the Cologne Echo. It's sort of what we do here.
Yeah.
We
First of all,
promote our things.
Yep.
At this stage of the operation, it's all out of my control. I can't guarantee with 100% certainty that it's going to be completed because other people are now running this.
All right. Just tell me what's supposed to happen tomorrow, then.
One of our very long-awaited video ideas.
All right. You mean one of my long-awaited video ideas?
Okay, the same way that's not my office and it's our office.
Okay.
Those
All
are
right.
our ideas.
All right, fine,
For real.
For better or worse.
So it's coming to fruition.
I've been trying to get Fester to do a series of new video bits
Excited.
for the morning show. Which one of the amazing ideas that I concocted has apparently been shot yet, or is it being shot today?
It was done earlier this week.
All right. So are we waiting for?
So it was done yesterday or Monday.
Are we waiting for Buckhead, the video dude, to edit it?
It was done Monday, Froggy. You're right.
Very nice.
Yes. There's a substantial amount of editing. Also a substantial amount of blurring out.
All right, which one?
Drive-through garbage man.
Yes.
Yay! Oh, that's going to be awesome.
Did it go good?
All right. Did it go well?
Did it go gooder than we thought?
Did it go good?
Okay.
Did it go good? All right. Hold on to that thought. Hang on.
I'll answer all questions.
All right, folks, stand by. I'm going to interrogate Fester next. Jammed up show today on a Wednesday. It's the MJ Morning Show. So drive-through trash man.
I don't want to give too many details.
Well, I've
Well,
already.
we sort of know the idea of it.
I've talked about the concept already. Hold on. When we get back, we'll give you the details on drive-through trash man. The idea, the concept's great. Let's see if the execution works. All right, hold on. We'll interrogate Fester next.
Traffic looks good.
An Elon Musk brain chip, okay? Let me be very, very clear.
What are the benefits of it?
I don't know. I don't even know how far away they are from Elon Musk brain chips. You know what? If I have time in this segment, I'll get into that. If not, we'll just do it later on. Oh, by the way, listener police after me. I teased a story yesterday that I said I'd get to in the 7 o'clock hour, and I didn't. And I now have 2 bit police that if I say we're going to do something and I don't, I have 2 folks now that are calling me out. Remember I had a story about Prius drivers? Do you remember I teased that yesterday?
Yeah, I remember.
All right, so I will get to it, hopefully in the 7 o'clock hour today, about Prius drivers. And, well, there's something else about Prius drivers, and we'll explain in just a bit here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. All right, so Elon Musk and the brain chips. All right, hold on to that thought. Oh, also, did you see they did another, scuba cleanup dive in the Hillsborough River?
What'd they pull out?
My God.
The usual.
Another, whole warehouse full of those stupid scooters that people leave lying around all over the place. All right, we'll get into that coming up in just a
ton of them.
All right, before I forget, though, just a quick little promo. Tomorrow morning, we're going to debut, it seems that way. Have you seen the final cut? Have you seen the final edit yet, or is it still in progress?
If there was a final cut, I would have it for you today.
Are you sure it's going to be ready for tomorrow?
I disclosed fully in the first segment that I'm not in control of this project
great.
moving forward. Listen,
It's
Froggy,
not coming tomorrow.
I created the art. I'm not the editor.
Are we on?
I'm the
So
star.
we're on Buck time, right?
I mean, listen.
Buck is always backed up. We should call his name, switch it from Buck to Back.
Okay,
Back to Buck up.
He's bucked up.
He's bucked. He's all bucked up.
bucked up and backed up.
So Buck, our video guy, but he said that he should have it ready for tomorrow's show for Thursday. Is that what he told you?
He said that he should, but in this scenario, am much like Alec Baldwin. I am the star of the production. I'm not the.
Who would you shoot on the?
I'm not the
set?
armorer. I'm not the director.
Were the items funny, at least?
Check. Welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order, please? Oh, how many did you shoot?
We went to 5 locations.
All right, 5 fast food restaurants. Now, folks,
Wow.
if you don't know the concept behind drive-through garbage man or drive-through trash man, hey, do me a favor, you got to supervise it. Make sure the graphics are right. Like, our show logo and the MJ Morning Show's back and the time and all that stuff on the title card and all that.
Make sure.
Yeah, make sure everything's right because this is a promotional vehicle. So drive-through trash man is simple. My idea was that Fester goes to fast food drive-thrus and he orders something at the speaker. Then he drives up. And while he's at the window, you ask the person inside the window to throw something away. So you pull up and you say, hey, would you mind throwing something away for me? And they're going to say sure. But then you hand them the most ridiculous things in the world. Like, I had an idea of like a 100-foot garden hose, and you just start reeling it and see.
Yeah, a lot of lawn equipment is good. There was lawn equipment involved. You didn't ask me for any.
Yeah, like I said, I wanted a 5.5-foot weed whacker. I wanted Fester to whip that out of the back seat and try to hand that
Maybe
through
an old lawnmower or something.
The drive-through window. You know what else remains to be seen if Fester followed my instructions and if he has for the maiden voyage, do you have the funniest possible things for drive-through window man?
Okay, first of all,
yes.
That's a very subjective
No,
statement.
it's not.
Said.
No,
Why don't you give us a couple of the items, maybe, or would that ruin it?
Guys,
we want to know.
it's coming tomorrow. I don't want to tip the hand of the video here.
I'll tell you what I want you to do right now before I move on.
Tip the hand.
So tomorrow, drive-through trash man, we drive up, order, then pull up to the window, and then you ask him, hey, can you throw this away? And then you hand them ridiculous items.
Do you know how much fast food I had in my car at the end of this?
To see if they will take the trash from your car through the drive-through window. All right. Now, Fester, what I want to know quickly.
Yes.
I need a list of the fast food restaurants. Which, you did 5.
Right.
Okay. What was number 1?
Number 1 was Taco Bell. Number 2 was...
Welcome to Taco Bell. Can I take your order, please?
Yeah, I'd like a... what did we get, Coop? A chicken chalupa?
Fester got me a chicken chalupa and a large Baja Blast.
See, we had like Coop in the backup car as the B, and so I ended up buying lunch for everybody. So
Please drive around.
all right, so one chicken.
Please stop clogging up my drive-through. Please just drive around. You're just yackulating.
All right, thank
All right,
you.
so it was
Thank you,
Taco
ma'am.
Bell. What's the next one?
Then we went to Wendy's.
Welcome to Wendy's. Can I take your order, please?
Yeah, hi. We'd like the Baconator.
Can I get a chili?
Sorry, we're all out of Baconators.
Frosty, please.
We have supply issues.
All right.
Vanilla
We got a
Frosty.
bunch of Canadian truckers that are blocking up some bridge in Canada and Detroit, and that's where all our Baconator stuff comes from.
I was
Sorry.
like, I don't want the Canadian
All right, please
Baconator.
drive through. Please. Oh, man. What's going on?
Thank God.
It's starting to sound like a real drive-through speaker now.
All right.
That's hurting my ears.
Then we went to.
Why is it hurting your ears?
Then we.
Hello? Hello?
Oh, it's slowly dying.
It is. I need new batteries in the megaphone.
You made I take like 12 batteries.
Does it really?
Yeah, it's really expensive. I spent like $15 on nice batteries last
What are you
time.
talking about? You get them from the engineering department.
Oh, they don't have them here.
What do you mean they don't have batteries?
Have you not seen the battery supply that we have here at our building? We have like one, like
AAA.
yeah, like, what are the square ones called? Like 9 volts.
9 volts,
No,
yeah.
we had like a pack of 9 volts.
Are you
That's all we
serious?
had.
So you're telling me that we don't have a well-stocked engineering department here?
And then I lost my receipt, so I couldn't get my money back.
Wait a
so I
minute,
had to steal it back
well,
in
hold on.
office
You
supplies.
actually had to buy the batteries for the megaphone?
Yes.
We stole this from the promotions department.
It's not even our megaphone.
It's not even. It's a Beasley megaphone, which we just found in a cubicle and took,
That he just lips all the time.
and nobody's asked for it.
Nobody's asked for it.
I know.
So it takes like those big batteries, and we don't have them here, so I had to go buy
I
them.
mean, big battery. Hello?
Oh.
Please, hello, can I take your order, please? Hello?
So then we went to Arby's.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Horsey sauce.
Yeah, Arby's, and I got a.
We have the meat.
Did you see that thing I sent you about Arby's the other day?
No, what did you send me?
My new favorite commercial on TV.
No.
I think I sent it to you in text
You
form.
didn't send it to me.
An Arby's commercial's your new favorite?
There's an Arby's commercial.
Is that
that's
one where
so-
he's singing like a rap or he's singing a song?
Yes.
Yeah. I saw it last night.
You don't know what song that is?
I was working and I was kind of half listening, and Michelle made a comment. Ooh, I like that.
See?
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, we went to Arby's. Hold on. Taco Bell, Wendy's, Arby's. McDonald's,
Right.
and then
Arby's, we have the meat.
And what else?
we went to Krispy Kreme at the end.
Why didn't you go to PDQ?
You want to know the real reason or the whole reason?
Why? Because I'm an investor in PDQ and you don't want to.
I could care less about you and your investment properties. I don't care about
It's
that.
not an investment property.
The 5 location that we went to were like within like a quarter mile of the radio station.
Right.
Taco Bell,
All right.
Arby's across the street,
All right. So
Wendy's down the road, McDonald's right in our parking lot. And then
You lazed out on the locations. Let's see if Fester also lazed out on the items to be passed through the drive-through. So listen, if I don't like the first installment, then we're going to have to do the second one, and I'm going to have to come up with the list of items, like a scavenger hunt, for you to go get and then try to pass through the drive-through window.
there are some really definite no's on some of the things. Like a weed whacker's a definite no.
What do you mean?
But that's what's funny about it.
What do you mean a weed whacker's a definite no?
So when I've lived this life.
No, what does definite no mean?
Okay, I've lived this life.
Weed whackers are funny.
Okay, I'm not arguing if it's funny or not, but what's also funny is them actually accepting the item. So there's got to be listen. There's a
Dude,
No, the funny part is them being shocked by what you're handing them.
And then you keep going to locations. I don't care if you got to hit every fast food restaurant in Hillsborough and Pinellas.
No fun.
You keep trying to hand them the weed whacker until one finally takes it. If the whole video's the weed whacker, then that's funny.
That actually might be funny than a bunch of items.
I know.
Just a weed whacker.
You know what? I've got to.
How about a spare tire?
I got to. Do I have to be Steven Spielberg on every flipping project around
We
here?
got to know the list of things
more
because
like
you didn't
that-
even come to us for stuff. I have stuff.
You're more like that Francis Ford Coppola guy.
Think so?
Yeah, he's a little
All right.
Coppola.
Folks, just getting rolling. Did I mention I don't want an Elon Musk brain chip?
Oh, I do.
Who the hell wants an Elon Musk brain chip?
Sign me up.
Are they ruffles?
These imbeciles, and I'm sorry. Do you think am I a bad human being for like exhibiting Schadenfreude at some of these jackwagons and how stupid they are? One of the things I don't get is people that will follow a GPS in their car, whether it's like the car-mounted unit or whether it's like their cell phone and they're following Waze or Google Maps or whatever. People that follow those devices to a T when it's telling you to go somewhere and then you can look and see, no, I really shouldn't go there. And I love this because this is actually a Florida dude that brought his idiocy to a different state.
Like when you take a right and you just like drive right over a bunch of Bob's barricades just because your Waze tells you to go that way.
Yeah. You know,
Like
listen.
MJ did.
What?
When you were a kid, remember? You drove right through a bunch of barricades, didn't you?
That wasn't because of a GPS error.
Yeah, plus
That was just being a menace. But.
plus back then I think it was there was no GPS back then. I think it was like Loran for boating, I think it was. All right, MJ Morning Show on Q105 at 6:40, and the morons start right now. And I love this. Florida man in Massachusetts. What did this guy do? Guy using GPS takes a wrong turn, turns onto train tracks. Can't you tell it is not a road?
It's a little bumpy.
Hey, Coop, don't we have the train crash and smash sound effects in there?
Classic sound effects.
Oh, yeah. It's like, and then the
Yes.
I think it's in my sound effects collection. See if you can find it. And drop it in appropriately when you find it. So, a Florida guy using GPS, followed the GPS, took a wrong turn, ended up on the railroad tracks, right? and then asks for help when his car got stuck on the train tracks
Okay.
as a commuter rail train was coming down the tracks. And guess what? We don't have a name of this guy yet, but he's from Florida. We know that. He was driving a friend's car when he drove onto the tracks. Once the car got stuck, the man stayed in the car, telephoned the police. First of all, if you're stuck on train tracks, do you stay in the car or do you just get out of the car? There it is. Get out of the car. Do your business.
It's not like a thunderstorm where you want to hide in the car.
Call 911 from outside the car. So the guy calls the police and says, hey, I'm stuck in the car. What should I do? So Ashland, Massachusetts police instructed him to get out of the car. Move away from the track area.
That's some pretty good police work right there.
That is good advice.
Mm-hmm.
That's some officer-friendly stuff right there. All right? So the police telling him to get out of the car saved his life. 27-year-old guy. Don't know the guy's name. Oh, we do know where he's from. He's from Pembroke Pines.
Okay.
So Pembroke Pines is
South Florida. It's
just south of Hollywood. It literally, my grandmother lived in Hollywood, and they had a golf course in the back at Hillcrest. And if you walked across the golf course to the other side, that was Pembroke Pines. All right. So 27-year-old imbecile from Pembroke Pines. So the Ashland, Massachusetts police, they arrive at 5:54 p.m. They find the 2011 Honda Accord stuck on the tracks. You can imagine what happens next. The driver told police that he was just following his GPS, and it said to turn here, and he turned onto the tracks, and then the car got all hung up on the tracks. Moments after the cops arrived on the scene, officers heard the train warning horn signal, and the crossing arms started to come down. Police said only 15 seconds had elapsed since the arrival of their squad car when a train traveling west from Framingham to Southborough smashed into the Honda at a high rate of speed.
Now, I don't normally use Waze,
Yeah.
but could it have switched into like train mode by train?
They
You know-
show you, right? Ways?
I mean, on one of the map services, you can pick either walking directions,
Right.
or commuter.
That's how I do it on mine.
Can you also select the most likely way to die with your directions?
It's one of the options.
Is
It's
it
one-
really?
It's one of the
Yeah.
filters in Google Maps.
Yeah, I don't use Waze much, but I know a lot of people that swear by it. So, according to the cops, the engineer was about 200 yards away when he spotted the car and began the emergency braking procedure. Guess what? 200 yards for a train at high speed? Forget about it. So the Worcester Line train 2513 smashed. Smashed.
That's smashed.
Hey, Coop, can you get a little faster on the trigger over
Yeah,
there?
sorry, I didn't hear your cue.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Ugh.
and of course the guy's from Florida. So his friend's 2011 Honda Accord is now a Honda accordion.
There you go.
There you go.
You use your line, Fest.
Yeah, look at that.
A Honda accordion.
Pretty funny.
Pretty good.
That's always funny.
Oh man! All right, so I mean, what is it with people? All right, we were talking about leaf blowers the other day. What was? Oh, we were talking about one of my serious pet peeves, something that drives me nuts. When lawn guys are in my neighborhood, or they're on a side of a street that I'm driving down, and the lawn guys are just blowing the leaves all over the street. I hate it. Oh, wow, look at that. Coop, pretty quick on the leaf blower sound effect.
I always got this one ready.
Yeah.
He actually has a real leaf blower in there.
It's a gas-powered one
It's a
right there.
Ryobi, though, I thought.
You think so?
Did we figure out it's against an ordinance to do that too?
Yeah, remember we took some calls on this like last week or the week before, and we had a caller say it's like a $5,000 fine in some places in Florida that if you're blowing leaves. And there are folks in my neighborhood where neighbors have a lawn guy and they're just blowing the crap right into the street, right into my yard. It's like, what? Get a freaking rake and rake the stuff up instead of blowing the crap all over the street and into my yard. Or you're driving down the road and they're the lawn guys and they're just blowing their clients' leaves right into your car with all the dust and gravel right as you're passing by. I hate it. All right, well, we have a leaf blower story, folks. And, of course, it is a Florida leaf blower story. This is Palm Bay, woman arrested, accused of stabbing 2 people and pushing an elderly woman in a fight over leaf blowing. Kyung Moulton, 66, accused of stabbing 2 people who live across the street from her. Now, according to the arrest affidavit, Moulton told the Palm Bay, Florida police that she came home Sunday afternoon, found leaves on her front lawn, assuming that they had been placed there by people across the street. She pulled out her leaf blower and blew them back.
And that's the way to go about it.
Blow Wars.
Blower Wars?
Next on Fox.
It's Leaf Blower Wars. All right, so she blows the leaves from her yard back into the... All right, you can turn it off now.
What?
It sounds like a boat. Sounds like...
There's a leaf
yeah,
blower.
I know. Turn the damn thing off, will you, please?
Yeah, that
All right.
sounds like a 4-stroke.
It does. It sounds like a full...
Yamaha going there.
That's what it sounds like, a rowboat engine or something.
You don't want to mess with Hyung on her leaf blower.
No, I don't think so. So one of the victims told the police that he saw Moulton with a leaf blower and that he and his mother went out to confront her. When the man's sister tried to intervene, they said that Moulton slapped the sister, and then they started tussling. And according to the arrest affidavit, that's when Moulton stabbed the sister in the leg with a steak knife. Because, of course, you've got a leaf blower and you've got a steak knife handy, right?
She came ready to fight.
Yeah, she sounds like the person in the family that gets things done.
66-year-old woman. And when the man tried to help his sister, who got stabbed in the leg, he got stabbed in the arm.
That's what you get.
Yeah, police said that the brother and the sister also claimed that Moulton pushed the elderly mother to the ground. And then Moulton denies stabbing anyone with a knife. Meanwhile, you got 2 people across the street with stab wounds.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
She's being charged with battery on a person over the age of 65.
Yeah, she's 66.
But she's 66.
I know.
Shouldn't she be exempt?
Should those cancel out?
I mean, honestly. I understand the reason why the law is there. I mean, I don't want some 22-year-old punching a geriatric.
Well, that's what you would think. You would think that it's to prevent younger people from abusing the elderly.
But if they want to have an old person fight club, I'm all for it. They can't be charges thrown.
You think that if
Don't talk about it.
You think if it's old coot on old coot that it ought to just kind of cancel out?
It's a wash.
He's still a younger whippersnapper. Doesn't matter if he's a year younger.
Anyway, the arrest affidavit said surveillance video shows the confrontation, including Moulton pushing the man. The struggle with the sister is seen. The mother being pushed to the ground is on the video. It does not show anyone being stabbed.
So maybe it's a setup. They stabbed themselves.
Did they stab themselves?
Maybe Hyung is part ninja.
What?
And you just
Crazy.
didn't see the knife work.
And they were not able to recover a knife.
Interesting.
So what's going on here?
That's a setup.
Something's wrong here.
It's what's her name again?
Kyung.
It's
Kyung
Kyung.
Moulton.
Kyung.
Yes. I got
something is quite Kyung.
Something Kyung here. All right. You know what? I've got too many good morons to go. Yeah, I have to do part 2. All right, part 2 of the morons coming up. And did I mention that I do not want an Elon Musk brain chip?
You said something about that.
All right, we got to get into that next as well. No Elon Musk brain chips for me. All right, hang on. We're back in a minute here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Wednesday. MJ and the crew here, Froggy Fester and Roxanne and Coop, our producer. Hey, Rox and Froggy are not back in the room, but Fester, I don't know if it's an apology for Froggy, but I have to address something with Froggy, something that he does that I've kind of ridiculed and I've mocked, but there's an item that I stumbled upon, and yeah, I'm going to tell the story. I'll give the details in a few minutes, but maybe Froggy's onto something.
You got to be a little more specific.
Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. Come on in, Froggy. Yeah, we're talking about you.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
You're talking about my new microphone?
No, we're not.
No.
What else could you be possibly talking about? Can we test this yet?
Hold on.
All right, so hold on. Let me just see that microphone.
Look at this bad boy. Since you broke mine yesterday.
Hold on, let me tell the whole story. So yesterday, Froggy did.
Guys, I got to get the chunk to a morons.
Oh,
Hurry up.
Listen, yesterday, Froggy.
This is ridiculous.
Froggy did the 8-bit hit.
Yes, and it was a hit.
And I watched the video. It was great. I was very funny.
Right.
And somewhere in the 8-bit hit, Froggy and I started fighting.
Yes.
Like wrestling on the floor. Punching.
Hal he's in rehab and he has a.
And you could look at the video, MJ, and you could see us throwing haymakers at each other. Yep. And when I get up, I'm kind of exhausted because, I don't fight that often. And I see Froggy's.
You're exhausted when you just get out of your chair and walk out of the studio. You're huffing and puffing.
He tackled me, man. He landed right on me.
So
ribs.
I find Froggy's little telescopic antenna microphone stupid prop that he's been using.
It's a prop. It's not a microphone. But he's trying
it's a funny prop that was funny, and you ruined it.
It's an antenna.
Yeah. So Froggy's trying to simulate the old, Bob Barker microphone, or even better, he's trying to simulate the Gene Rayburn Match Game 76 microphone.
That's the old one.
Yeah, you ever watch the Game Show Network? And Gene Rayburn had a 4-foot, it looks like a car antenna microphone. So Froggy got some. Where'd you get that antenna?
That was my back scratcher.
Remember he came up with
that's right.
That's right.
So Froggy had a telescoping antenna that he just put a
piece of paper,
a black piece of paper on the end that make it look like a windscreen, and that was Froggy's prop microphone when he does his little game show characters here on the show. So,
Hal Herbert is his name.
Froggy, a lot of utility because he talks into it even if he's across from his real mic.
That's right.
Froggy loved this thing. Fester snapped it in half like pretzel sticks yesterday.
I'm not going to put up with jerk crap.
All right, so here's what happened. So who gave you this?
That was given to me by Buck yesterday.
That's so nice.
So Buck, the video guy.
He says, "Look what I got."
This is a real, a long, almost like a game show host microphone.
It's a little thick for my taste, but I'll take it.
This is a Shure SM82.
And we can use it. We can actually plug it in.
All right, hang on, we're going to see what this sounds like.
Oh, I'm so excited. It's going to sound so good.
Froggy's going to unplug.
All right, let me unplug.
Froggy's going to unplug our normal broadcast mic.
Here I go.
Okay,
right,
and now he's going to plug in this mic.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Name the 8-Bit Hit. How good does this sound?
It sounds awesome.
Hang on, let me see how.
Can we
Try it out. Let me try it out.
Can you try it?
Hey, this is Hal Herbert. Oh my God, this thing sounds amazing.
All right, stop fumbling with it.
I got to turn it off.
All right.
No, unplug it. No,
Stop fumbling with it.
Let me hear it one more time. Just make sure
It's good for air. Is this good for air? Does this sound good?
Great
It
quality.
sounds like you're
just turn it.
it's drowning out all the other microphones.
Unplug it.
You know what?
It's all distorted.
All right. It sounds like you're calling the Hindenburg. I mean,
Stop.
all right, plug your good mic in.
Wow. That sounded better than I thought, guys.
It really did.
No, it did not.
We're using that for the next 8-bit hit next Tuesday.
My God. Coop is in the booth. You ever see the old Little Rascals episode where they're like they're doing the man on the flying trapeze? And they're in that, and the sound engineer and all the things. You know what I'm talking about? The old Little Rascals episode. And the engineer and his hair blows up and all the tubes are blowing up.
This thing's amazing. This sounds, I mean,
no, it's
I've
not.
never had a clearer, it literally picks up every sound in the
Oh
room.
my God. That is awful. All right. Let me continue with it's terrible. By the way, Fester found that mic is that on eBay?
On a website called Reverb, where they sell used broadcast equipment.
It's a vintage.
And they're labeling that a vintage Shure SM82.
No, it is a vintage microphone. All right, I love this story. Man threatens to blow up a Las Vegas casino. How? He told them that he had a grenade in his butt.
Oh, my. I've got so many problems with this.
I think that's called something else, and you probably want to see a proctologist
or an entertainer or something.
Guy's accused of threatening to blow up a Vegas casino. He told police that he had a hand grenade in his ass.
And he said, this is going to hurt me more than it hurts you.
Damn right.
I mean, I'm just thinking of the
Oh, my God.
the logistics of the way the thing's manufactured. That's
Brian Gower, 46, faces one count of making threats of conveying false information concerning an act of terrorism.
How did they surmise that he was false information? Somebody had to look.
So you're saying that it was a plausible story that he really had a hand grenade jammed up his butt?
In the police report, you'd have to research his claim.
Well, guess what? One of the officers pulled his pants down.
Whoa.
One of the officers stuck his hand and... Oh, got it. Hand grenade.
Ooh, who drew that short straw?
No, there was... Rox, there was no hand grenade in his butt. There was no-
I knew that was part of the job. I would have gone into law enforcement.
According to the police out in Vegas, this guy Gower was arrested at the Strat Hotel and Casino after threatening to blow up the building. Police said that while they were talking to Gower, he said random things and talking about Joe Rogan and his ex-wife.
causing all kinds of controversy.
At one point, Gower stated to an officer that he had a hand grenade up his butt and that he wanted to pass gas.
Oh, so that was a real threat.
Yes. He told the cops that he had a hand grenade up his butt.
Just wait.
You're going to pass more than gas.
So officers said that Gower had previously spoken to a hotel security guard, and he told them that they had 15 minutes to evacuate the building or it would explode. Oh, my God. Anyway, he was arrested and taken to the Clark County Jail.
Have you seen his mugshot?
I have.
He is very happy to be arrested.
Oh my gosh, that's a great mugshot.
So the guy, we ought to, you know what?
This is a first for me. I've seen thousands of mugshots. I've never seen this before.
The thumbs up?
Thumbs up
Yeah.
in the mugshot.
He's doing a thumbs up in the mugshot. All right, Coop, you got to get this. We'll put the mugshot so you can see it, folks, in a short period of time. Coop, our producer, will put this up at mjmorningshow.com. That's mjmorningshow.com. And the guy is smiling. I mean, ear to ear, he's smiling. And he has a thumb up. He's holding his hands with a thumb up.
I didn't know you were allowed to do hand motions in a mugshot because that could be a bad precedent. Like people could do gang signs and stuff.
You know, I'm pretty sure that the mugshot taker should probably tell the subject.
Retake it, dude.
Put your hand down. No thumbs up.
I've seen that on cops where they're like, yeah, don't do anything stupid. Just stand there. You can't do a thumbs up.
I got a drunk guy down in Naples. Claims to be Mick Jagger. Another Florida dope. So he's drunk, stumbling around downtown Naples. According to the Naples Police Department, Eugene Bingham was disrupting in downtown Naples. So he was like disrupting folks at a bunch of restaurants. Is that Fifth Avenue in there in Naples? Is that? So he's disrupting people. Including Ocean Prime and Yabbas.
So were they sitting outside, like street level seating?
So at Ocean Prime, he started yelling at a guest and tried to fight others at the bar. At Yabbas, he's accused of trying to get on stage during a live performance.
Come on.
So cops found the guy walking near the bathrooms on the north side of Cambier Park. And a woman told an officer that a drunk man in a red shirt is yelling at people, claiming that he's Mick Jagger.
I swear, chocolate. You have big, delicious lips.
All right, it gets better. So, guess what? I can't get So the cops down in Naples, they placed this guy under arrest. He's in the back of a Naples police car. You think he's saying satisfaction?
I don't think so.
You know what he's saying? The guy blows chunks all over the back of the Naples police car.
See, Mick can hold his booze and drugs a lot better than
I'm
that.
so sorry. I puked in
You
your
know,
call.
if you throw up in the back of like a Lyft or an Uber, there's like a $200 vomit cleanup charge.
I was in I was in New Orleans for a
Right.
convention. I took an Uber and he had a bucket in the back seat just in case.
Are you serious?
Yeah. He had a bucket. He's like, I've had some issues with some drunk people. It was during Mardi Gras.
Did you ask him why do you have a?
Yeah, of course I did. I go, is this for pukers? He goes, yes, sir.
You get into the back of an Uber and they've got a bucket in the back of the Uber.
Yeah, a mop bucket.
Yeah, how do you not give that guy 5 stars?
Oh, I did.
I
Absolutely.
mean, he's prepared.
He's like, during Mardi Gras, I bring out the bucket. I go, you're a smart man. I go, I'm starting to feel kind of woozy myself.
Did you use it?
Oh, yeah, just to test it out. It worked perfectly.
Oh, man. So, guy was placed under arrest. He throws up in the back of the patrol. Should police charge you for cleanup?
Yeah.
So, Ubers and Lyfts, they charge you. You think if you throw up in the back of a police car, I think the cops ought to hit you with a cleanup
That should
charge.
go in with your court fees and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah, vomit cleanup charge, Naples police.
Don't they have like a fencing that it could go through and go to the front of the car?
Ugh. What do you mean?
The cage,
Like
like,
it,
the
yeah.
cage in the squad cars, like that.
Like if he
like
threw up forward, he would have hit that cage and it would have gone all over the front seat too.
unless he hit
Well,
the floor.
A lot of times it's plexiglass, though. That's not
Oh,
like
have
yeah,
they gone plexiglass
yeah,
these
it's not
days?
like a wire cage.
I picture a wire cage. What
Yeah,
happened
me
to the wire
too.
cages?
Guys,
I like wire.
A lot has changed since you've been detained by the authorities, Roxanne. Okay,
So it's not like Naked Gun?
I mean, back in the 90s it probably was, but now it's like plexiglass. That's why you see him kicking it out.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, it has
True.
been determined that he is not Mick Jagger, all right?
Oh. Instead, he's Eugene the Puker.
In case there was any question about it, it was not Mick Jagger running around all drunk.
It's a hoity-toity area.
Yeah. So there is a report that there was a guy climbing down the outside of a downtown Tampa parking garage yesterday.
Fort Brooke?
I don't know.
We don't know.
I don't have a whole lot of information here, but apparently there was a guy, maybe a 5-story parking garage somewhere in downtown Tampa,
Oh, not my favorite garage.
and a guy was on the outside of the parking garage climbing down. So he'd be hanging on one level and then just drop to the next level, and then down to the next level, then to the next level. And apparently somebody was recording this. Somebody was videoing this. So was this some kind of like a TikTok famous stunt? If anyone knows anything about this, there's not a news report on this yet. There's not a news story on this yet. But if anybody knows anything about this story, does anyone have any information on a guy in downtown Tampa yesterday climbing down the outside of, I think, a 5-story parking garage? And I don't know exactly which one, but somewhere in downtown Tampa.
You know, it sounds like one of those parkour videos that those guys make that half of them end up dying.
All right.
They do death-defying stunts.
If anyone knows anything, 800-990-1047. Does anyone have any clue? Does anyone have any additional information? Did anyone see this? Did anyone else hear about this? A guy climbing down the outside of a parking garage in downtown Tampa yesterday. 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. If anyone knows. Any police listening? Any TPD? Did you guys get any reports of this? Did any officers respond to this? 800-990-1047. Again, report of some guy, sounds like some kind of a video stunt to get the TikTok famous. Or
What parking lot garage was it? Because maybe it's already on YouTube.
again, I don't No.
I hope he did not deface the Pam Iorio parking garage.
The Pam Iorio parking garage?
That won't be good for him.
Mayor Pam goes down as one of my favorite mayors of the city, and I'm honored that they named a parking garage after her. What a legacy. A parking garage.
Remember, it was Bob Buckhorn. Who gave me the keys to the city? Oh, no, that was Mayor Greco.
Mayor Greco gave you the key to the city.
Mayor Greco gave me the key to the city. But then on our last day of the MJ Morning Show on FLZ in February of 2012, Buckhorn came in and presented us with like a proclamation. It was MJ Morning Show Day in Tampa. Remember that?
Yes. MJ Morning Show Day on our last day. Thanks, Mayor.
Our investigation on the guy in the parking garage is not going so well. Coop,
Nobody's calling.
Listen, I'm doing an investigation. I just messed up something because I thought Froggy said maybe it's one of those parkour videos. And so.
No. Did you?
So that's what I've been Googling.
Do you think he said hardcore?
No, parkour.
Oh, all right. Just.
Parkour. And that's what I've been Googling, but that's something completely different. He said parkour.
No, I didn't say parkour. I said parkour.
Those are the guys that are running and jumping and bouncing off of like dumpsters into a wall, right?
I've seen guys run up sides of buildings.
Yeah. Hey, Coop is on the phone. Coop, do you have anyone that we can speak to? What's going on here?
Sounds like Spider-Man.
Coop, do you have any information?
No, nothing.
Nothing.
This guy's so mysterious.
Yeah, I want to know what the hell's going on here.
It's like a ninja.
It is. All right, we have another local dope, and we're talking about some dope. Let's tell you about Stephen Whalen. Now, Stephen Whalen is 32 years old, and he was pulled over in Tarpon Springs, and he quickly became a drug suspect. He tried to convince the Tarpon Springs police that a plastic bag that was found in his backpack contained breath mints and not meth. Stephen Whalen, 32 years old, was driving a PT Cruiser. He ought to be charged with driving a PT Cruiser as well. That should be a criminal.
That's an extra charge.
That should be a criminal offense. All right, so this happened late last week when a patrolman in Tarpon spotted him behind the wheel. The officer had known Whalen from a previous encounter and was aware that his driver's license was revoked. So the guy has a revoked driver license. So Whalen, taken into custody, the Chrysler was searched. Inside his backpack, they found assorted drug paraphernalia and a baggie containing 2.6 grams of meth. So the cops questioned him about the seized meth. Whalen reportedly said that the meth was not meth, it was breath mints.
They rhyme.
Yeah. It'll change your breath, all right.
Yep. So, yes, they're curiously strong mints.
They're meth mints.
Is that Altoids thing? What's the...
Yeah, those are Altoids. You mean in the little tin?
No. The slogan, curiously strong mints. Isn't that Altoids? Isn't that their little slogan?
No, that's...
that's Altoids is curiously strong.
Yeah,
mints.
that's
seriously strong.
It's Ricola.
Yeah, that's what I said. No, it's not Ricola.
Ricola.
No, they have the big giant horn. All right.
That's why I said it.
These are curiously strong meth.
So this guy was charged with possession of methamphetamine, blah, blah, blah. He's booked into the county jail in Pinellas. Man, this guy's rap sheet. Battery, burglary, narcotics sales, trespassing, dealing and stolen property, narcotics possession, providing a false name to law enforcement. Holy crap. A mess. All right, I owe Froggy an apology, ladies and gentlemen.
Really?
I do. And guess what?
This is a first?
Hey, we're going to talk to Jerry Springer in about 20 minutes.
What?
Jerry Springer is calling in at 7:45. Now,
your old buddy?
Yep. What do I have in common with Jerry Springer? I have something ridiculously in common with Jerry Springer. That's why we're having him on. Jerry!
Still watch that show.
Jerry.
It's all next on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Back in a minute. Morning Show. Hey, folks, MJ and the crew here. Well, right now it's just me, MJ, because nobody else is in the studio. Oh, here comes Froggy, just kind of wandering in.
Hello, everybody. Oh, you unplugged my mic.
Is it too much to ask everyone to be back in the studio?
You want me to lock him out?
When the song ends? Now, that was a quickie. That was John Cafferty.
See what happens? You lock him out.
That's my favorite kind of song right there. 2 minutes and 35 seconds.
That's a hit right there.
Yeah, right. That's it, baby.
I think Fester's stuck in a doorway.
You think so?
Get the grease.
All right, Froggy, I owe you an apology.
Good, I'll take it.
Which I will explain in just a matter of moments. So the MJ, and Jerry Springer's coming up. Jerry Springer will be with us in 15 minutes. Jerry Springer live on the show at 7:45. Now, hey, Coop, are you sure this is confirmed? And I'm not promoting like some kind of black hole event here?
I hope not. I got a confirmation email.
Oh, God.
So Jerry Springer calling in at 7:45, 15 minutes from right now. Actually, 14 minutes from right now. All right. The MJ Morning Show content police have struck again. And now there are two people calling me out. So if I ever promote something, if I ever tease something, and listen, I'm guilty of this. I'm not trying to shirk responsibility here. No. I know I do this from time to time. I'll talk about something, we'll promote it. I'll say, all right, we'll get to it coming up in a bit. And sometimes I just, kind of falls into the black hole.
Yeah.
We get busy, we get sidetracked. I mean, this is a very spontaneous. This is like a chaotically put together program because there's a lot of preparation, but a lot of times the preparation kind of just gets thrown out the window because the show kind of takes on a life of its own. So I now have two people that are religiously listening, it seems, cover to cover, like 6A to 10A, the whole damn show. And if I talk about something and, hey, we'll get to it later on, and I don't, I'm getting emails now from two listeners that are saying, hey, you didn't do this. You didn't do this. So one of the items was the Prius story. And this is going to be a great segue into something else. And you guys are all going to know what I'm talking about. So how did the Prius story come up? Do you remember? Was it, let's see, today's Wednesday.
It was Monday.
It was Monday's show. And I thought I mentioned something about Priuses came up. And I said something like, I hate Prius drivers. I never want to get behind a Prius because they're slow. I mean, occasionally it's like a blue moon. Occasionally you'll get like a fast Prius driver, but most Prius drivers are the worst. Like we were, Michelle and I, we were driving the coast in California. We were driving one in California, like the whole coastline, and a lot of those roads, they're single lane. It's double. It's one lane going south, one lane going north. They're narrow roads, and there's like very little passing opportunities. And we were on some damn stretch where we had a Prius driver in front of us, and I'm like, oh my God.
You ain't going nowhere.
Well, the minute I'm pulling up and there's a slow car ahead, I said, oh, son of a, it's a Prius. Damn it, Prius. And the guy didn't disappoint. The guy was going, I mean, it's like 45 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour, and the guy's driving like 12. And it's
Oh, how annoying.
It's like the worst. So something came up the other day about Priuses, and I made a mention about Prius drivers, and then I said, do you guys know about the Prius, the hypermilers? And this is only going to take a second because then we're going to move on. But
no, you didn't even tell us about hypermilers.
Oh,
this is a new phrase.
Yeah, you
Okay.
just talked about how much you don't like the drivers.
So there are Prius drivers, and they're called hypermilers, and it's a game to them. And I think they have like websites, and they've got like message boards, and they've got discussion groups.
Well, guess what? There are message boards and discussion groups about how many people hate Prius drivers.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Of
I'm
course.
sure there are. Anyway, so a hypermiler for Prius drivers it's a game to see how much range they can get, how efficient. And apparently, the sweet spot for getting the most range, the highest efficiency sweet spot on the Prius is 25 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So if you ever come across, like you're on the interstate and you got a Prius going 25, Or if you're on a surface road and the speed limit's 45 and you got a Prius doing 25, it could be one of these crazy hypermilers. Just a heads up. All right, moving along. So there we go. Hopefully the MJ Morning Show content police that scolded me for not getting to the Prius story, well, there you have it. But this brought up something else because I saw another one of these yesterday. I'm driving home. I'm on the Howard Franklin Bridge. This is, I was a little late yesterday because I had to meet with some folks here in the station. So this is like 10:55. So I left the station a little late yesterday. Heading home, I'm on I-275 North. I'm on the Howard Franklin Bridge, and traffic is moving fairly well. People are driving the speed limit. And I like the right lane. I like to sit in the right lane, and sometimes that's like wide open because people like the left lane. A lot of times,
That's where I sit always.
A lot of times, the right lane on the Howard Franklin,
It is.
you can get a nice clean shot on that sucker. So I have just a good little clip going. I'm, at 65 miles an hour. I'm probably doing 72, right? Cars are flying by me. They're doing 110, 90. The Howard Franklin's like a drag strip.
No Priuses are passing you.
I didn't have a Prius encounter, but I am driving at a nice clip, and suddenly up ahead, there is a slow-moving car in the right lane. It was an older Toyota Camry. The whole freaking back shelf, the back, what do you call it, the deck?
The trunk?
No. Inside.
Oh, the window seal?
So behind the rear seat, you've got the
ledge?
Yeah, what do you
ledge.
call that?
Yeah,
The
it's,
ledge.
it's the back ledge.
Okay.
It's where kids used to lay in the 70s.
Yes, that's exactly right.
This car is going slow, screwed up my nice clip home. There's a car doing maybe 50 in a 65. And as I pull up on it, this older Camry, the whole back ledge of the car is crammed with stuffed animals. All right.
Like Beanie Babies?
Yeah.
That's
You know,
just
all right.
beautiful.
All right, I've got a real problem with the stuffed animal car people. What is that? What the hell possesses people to put every stuffed animal or Beanie Baby or whatever the hell it is? What possesses people? Why do you put it on the back ledge of your car and they're all crammed in? Why do people do this? And also, I think this is a very accurate statement that anybody that's driving a car where the back window, I've seen them jammed in the front as well.
Yeah, I've seen them like pushed into like the
Yeah.
points of the windshield and the
kind of
dash.
like the wedge.
Like when you have to defrost your windows,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
that comes from, just jammed in there.
It's the wedge. It's where the
Yeah.
bottom of your windshield meets the dashboard. You got that wedge in there.
Oh, maybe it's a sign that you're a furry person.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay.
Listen,
Wow.
I've seen
Maybe that's the code.
I just thought they liked stuffed animals, and Rox is going to.
I think Rox is on the verge of bringing the whole furry thing into her house with Dig Dug, is what I'm thinking.
All right, so
No,
MJ,
not
Yeah, take some pictures, will you?
Yeah, I just have a feeling that I've been seeing a lot less of this person. Because I think there was a time when it was more prevalent to have your entire window jammed with crap.
All right.
Some people are just like that.
I don't know if we're going to get phone calls on this. I don't know how many people will respond. But I would like to take calls from people. I would like to take calls from listeners. Do you know a stuffed animal car freak? All right, do you know a stuffed animal window weirdo? Oh, that's what it is. It's an automotive stuffed animal window weirdo.
There's got to be a website dedicated to like people of Walmart, like
Window-
weirdos.
Windowweirdos.com.
So I went to Google and I typed in car window full of stuffed animals and hit images.
All right, hold on. Let me give out the number. All right, 800-990-1047. If you know a stuffed animal window weirdo where the whole back of their car is crammed with stuffed animals, 800, or maybe you are a window weirdo. Come on, come clean. What's your deal? Let us psychoanalyze you. All right, call up right now, 800-990-1047. I asked for some obscure crap on the show, but window weirdos, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. So are you a window weirdo? Do you know somebody? Do you work with somebody? You pull into work and the back window's filled with stuffed animals? Have you seen one recently? Have you seen a car all jammed with stuffed animals? It's like they have a whole collection back there. It's like it's their family of stuffed animals. What is that? What? All right, 800-990-1047. If you'd like to add to the conversation, if you'd like to, give me some observations, if you know somebody, window weirdos, stuffed animals all crammed in. 800-990-1047. Yes.
The internet has not disappointed me, MJ. Here's one where it's all white tigers.
Oh my.
I mean, 1, 2, 3. I mean, there's
Okay.
30 white tigers. Here's another one. All Winnie the Poohs.
All right, Fester's on the Google right now and
this is
typed
great.
in car window full of stuffed animals, and Fester's got images out the wazoo on
Okay,
this.
looking at all those images, you know what? You could get really creative and you could put human feet in there, like in between all the animals and the toe prints up on the window, and take some really avant-garde photography.
What the hell are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
I try to give you as much rope as I can sometimes, sweetheart, but
What? I'm trying to take this to a new level of creativity.
I'm kidding.
All right, and I'm telling you right now, all of these stuffed animal car window weirdos, they are slow drivers. And a lot of times, they're like frumpy old ladies, too, or you know what I'm saying?
Well, they can't see over all the stuffed animals in their dash.
But I've seen them crammed in the back, crammed in the front.
We take stuffed animals with us on every car trip. Like,
Yeah, but this
like
is
10
like-
of them.
Yeah, but you've got
This is people who have them there like forever.
You got a 2-year-old
Yeah.
and you got a 4-year-old, and they got their little whoopee and their little, the security stuff down. All right, here we go. All right. Kevin is in Tampa. Hello, Kevin. You're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105.
Yeah, MJ. This Kevin. I used to live in Columbus, Ohio. I've talked to you before. I had 2 of them. I had a lady I worked with at the school bus garage, and it wasn't that stuffed animals, but she had, them little bobblehead dolls.
Oh, geez, yeah.
She had like 25 of them glued on her dashboard.
So
Going
you're
across.
driving, and the motion of the car is just making the bobbleheads go the whole time.
Oh yeah, she had like 25. She had like the little cat with its arm waving from like the Asian restaurant, and
Oh.
ones with timers on them and stuff. And then an even worse one. There's someone in Columbus, Ohio that has a Miata. And they have taken them little bobblehead dolls and little like action figures and stuff, and they're all over the dash. But not only that, they have glued them all over the hood, the roof, the back lid of the car, and they call it a moving art display.
Oh,
It's
great.
ridiculous.
Yeah,
sounds
until it
classy.
breaks off and starts
20 of 'em.
smashing your car behind and cracking your window and everything. All right,
Oh,
so,
it's terrible.
so the lady that had the bobblehead dolls, was she kind of frumpy?
She's a little different. I mean,
Different.
little
she's a
different.
little different. She tried to put like 8 of them on her dashboard of her special needs school bus, and the
Yep.
highway patrol made her take them all off. Well, they took them and threw them away.
Wait a minute. So she drove a special needs school bus and she tried to put bobbleheads all over that?
Yeah, she put them on the dash of that, and they came on the inspection, and they ripped them all off and threw them all away.
You can't have that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I need a special needs school bus driver having her vision obstructed by all kinds of bobbleheads on the front of her school bus.
Yeah, they're all little plastic ones. If
Yeah.
they're all projectiles, if we should got an accident.
All right. Thanks. Yeah, really. All these kids being hit with bobbleheads.
What point does it become
Thanks,
illegal when you have too many of these? When is it illegal?
You know
When
what? That's a good point. I wonder if there are any cops or highway patrol, the FHP, that have pulled cars over because of their windows
Visibility.
because the windows are obstructed by all these stupid stuffed animals.
That's got to
So-
be a hazard, right?
Yeah. I tell you, hey, Coop's still screening calls here. Hey, Coop, hurry, because I got to get to Jerry Springer in a minute.
Hey, the package tray, that's what it's called in the car. In the back,
Yeah.
it's called the package tray.
Right.
Ooh, did not know that.
Yes.
Fun
The
fact.
package tray. All right,
Yes.
Coop, am I grabbing anything here before I go to Jerry? All right, nope. All right, we'll move on. So the stuffed animal folks, and they're bad drivers. I'm telling you, they're slow drivers, and they're holding me up just like the lady on the Howard Franklin yesterday, all jammed up. All right, I'm excited, folks. Jerry Springer's on hold. What if Jerry remembers us?
How could he forget you?
Yeah. Hey, Jerry, do you remember the MJ Morning Show?
I absolutely do. I remember being up there. I remember we went to some, I don't know, if you were having an outdoor show and up in Tampa, and I kind of remember that. And I also remember then we went to a restaurant right there on the water, and you paid the bill. That's right.
I think I did.
All right, let's get it straight, Jerry. The company paid the bill. MJ didn't pay the bill. I mean, let's get that straight.
I should have known that.
Listen, we got to make this official. We got to do Jerry. Yeah, we got.
You guys make my heart quell. That's great.
So, hey, Jerry, I said to the listening audience earlier, I'm like, hey, what did Jerry Springer and I have in common? And we do. And it's going to happen this Saturday night because we're both going to be in the
night parade.
In the night parade in Ybor. It's the crew of Santiago. And, Jerry, I was invited by the crew of Santiago to be the Grand Marshal. So I'm the Grand Marshal of the parade.
Yes, this time I have to bow to you. Yeah. How far has my life sunk?
And Jerry, you're going to be on the float for your TV affiliate here in Tampa, right?
Yes, MOR, and they run the old show, the Jerry Springer Show, but also the show I'm doing now, which is Judge Jerry. So they've been great to me for all these years, and it's always a fun parade. I just live down the road in Sarasota, so it's not as if I'm traveling to a different part of the country. But so I'm looking forward. I'll see you there.
Yeah, a lot of folks don't know this, but Jerry's been down in Sarasota for years, and really Jerry's kind of a local. Sarasota. I consider Sarasota, like an extended part of the Tampa Bay area, and we've always had tons of listeners for the MJ Morning Show in Sarasota and Bradenton and Venice, and so Jerry, how many night parades have you done?
I think I might have done 8 or 10 of them. I've done a whole bunch, and it's always great fun. It's really a mini Mardi Gras parade, is what it is.
It is. Well, because Ybor is sort of a mini, it's kind of a mini French Quarter-ish kind of feel.
Yeah.
So, Jerry, of course, the classic TV show brought us memorable scenes like grown guys in diapers that live in cribs. And of course, Jerry, is there a count on how many chairs were thrown on that show?
Well, actually, that has become. There was a show where the shows were actually thrown, and that was when we had the Ku Klux Klan.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. But even though they, it seemed like every show had some kind of a tussle or a fight, but the actual chairs, they were too heavy to throw. So that became kind of a myth.
Okay, then maybe how many were thrown?
Punches I have here. 4,327.
There you go.
Yeah.
A lot of damn punches. Hey, and Jerry, tell everyone about. Folks might not know that you started Judge Jerry, and I think the deal is you read how much freaking money the Judge Judy was making, and you said, I got to get into this TV judge business.
I couldn't afford the cut and pay.
Yeah.
No. It's actually, I'd been. The show is still on. It's on twice a day.
Yeah.
But I've been doing it, I guess, for 27 years.
Yep.
And, I'm 78 years old, so I was kind of getting ready to call it a day. And then they came in about a month before we stopped taping the show, and they said, you're a lawyer. How about Judge Jerry? And I said, oh, my gosh, that does sound, it's the only it's the only grown-up job I've had in 40 years.
And that's the thing people may not know about you, Jerry. You're an accomplished lawyer.
Well, I'm a lawyer.
Well, you were accomplished in the history of Cincinnati.
I have to talk to my clients, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
No, long before TV came into your life, you were a big political figure in Cincinnati.
Well, yeah,
Jerry
Jerry was the mayor of Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you think about the Bengals? You excited about that?
Oh, I really am. It's just so it means so much to the city. I mean, you guys, know in Tampa here, we know what it means, what it does to the city. So it's incredible. The last time the Bengals were in was January of 1989, and at that time, I was anchoring the news for the NBC affiliate in Cincinnati, and we were the station that the Bengals were on. We had all their games. So for the Super Bowl, we went down a week before the Super Bowl to, with the team to cover all that was going on. That first Sunday night, we're doing the news on top of the hotel in Miami, and where the Bengals were staying, and we were all excited, and that was the night. In the middle of the newscast, the director told me, turn around, because we're on the roof, and I turned around, and the city was in flames. That was the night they had the riots back in 1989. And for the rest of the week, we, along with the Bengals, were escorted to the stadium, for the practices by the National Guard. We were locked down, so it was a lot of memories of that Super Bowl, which sadly we lost with 34 seconds left in the game.
Hey, Jerry, obviously the last couple of years have been just wacky, this pandemic thing. Do you remain COVID-free? Have you been able to dodge COVID?
I had a little bout of it. Well, let's put it this way. I tested positive, I guess about 5 months ago. And then I went on quarantine for the 14 days. But I never really, other than a little sniffle, because I had the two shots, and then I had the booster. So frankly, I was laid up one day after I had the second shot. That kind of, knocked me for a loop for a little bit. But no, I never had any bad symptoms.
Well, I'm glad, because, I don't. You're thrilled. I can't wait to see you Saturday night in Ybor City.
Jerry, it's your birthday weekend. Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it is. I said I'm 78, actually. It won't be. Man.
There you
yes,
go.
You are.
Hey, Jerry, I can't wait, buddy. We'll see you Saturday night, Ybor City, the night parade. I'm the Grand Marshal, and you're just Jerry Springer, which is all you need. All you need to be.
You're the best. You're the best.
Thanks, Jerry. Always good to have you on.
Take it easy.
There he is, the one and only Jerry Springer. What a cool guy. I mean, always nothing but an amazing gentleman to us here at the MJ Morning Show. So
Still super sharp, too.
Yeah, he is.
Smart guy.
Yeah, so he'll be 78 on Sunday, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Wow.
That's amazing. I was watching wrestling the other night, and Vince McMahon is like 72, and he looks like he's about to die.
Hey, Froggy, I owe
Yes.
you have you seen him?
Vince McMahon, yes, I have, yes.
Hey, Froggy, I owe you an apology.
Oh, I'll take it, whatever it is.
This is going to be very quick. I'm not going to belabor the apology. What is something that you do? What is one of your hobbies?
Oh, I have many magnet fishing.
Hold on. What is one of your hobbies that I've ridiculed you about?
Fishing?
Nope, not fishing.
Magnet fishing?
Not magnet fishing.
Home fishing lure making?
Nope.
Simulation racing?
Nope. What is another hobby that I've ridiculed you and mocked you about? Like you're that clueless guy walking around all...
Metal detecting.
Yes.
One of my favorites.
That's why it was last. All right. So one of Froggy's hobbies is metal detecting.
Yes, one of my favorite things to do is go out and find, as they call them, relics.
So Froggy's one of these goobers that walks the beach with the metal detector looking for stuff.
Like black socks, sandals.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't wear black socks.
All kinds of zinc, white zinc on the nose and everything.
Yeah, just on my nose. Like
That's it. So, Froggy, I owe you a little apology because a metal detectorist. That's what I guess. Is that what they're called? A metal detectorist?
Yeah, sure. Call us that.
Well, you're the expert, Froggy. Or he's coming to you for a clarification.
So
We're called detectors, okay?
a metal detectorist gave up the hobby.
I think it's a metal detector.
Well, the story I'm reading right here is metal detectorist, all right? So this metal detectorist, he gave up the hobby when he got married and started a family. But then when his kids were old enough,
Yes.
he said, you know what? I'm going to whip the metal detector back out. I'm going to take the kids out, and we're going to go metal detecting. Guess what this guy found?
Oh, boy.
This guy, while metal detecting, found an incredibly fine example of England's oldest gold coin, and it sold for 648,000 pounds at auction, or in U.S. dollars, $875,000.
What year?
Michael Lee Mallory, 52, found the Henry III gold penny
Whoa.
buried 10 centimeters deep on farmland in Devon village of Hemyock shortly after taking up the hobby.
It's always somewhere foreign.
He put the metal detector away for years. The kids were old enough. Hey, kids, let's go metal detecting. They go out to some field somewhere, and the guy finds a gold coin, a Henry III coin, worth $875,000.
That's amazing.
The first time I took my kids metal detecting, we went to my parents' house.
Yeah.
And because that's where I grew up, and we metal detected their backyard and found a bunch of my old toy cars. And then my dad came home and got so pissed at me because I dug up his
the
yard.
Yeah, you screwed
He's like,
Phil's-
God damn it. I'm like, it's for the kids. It's for the kids. He's like, you gotta clean up and fill up all those goddamn holes now.
I said, stop.
It's like he had a backyard full of gophers.
Max is like, Grandpa, what are you?
Frog, stop cursing, please.
But we did find a bunch of my old Hot Wheels, which is really cool.
And probably valuable.
That's
Yeah.
good. All right, so I apologize, Frog. You keep metal detecting, and maybe you'll find a $1 million coin somewhere.
Remember that Indian bracelet I found? That's my biggest find, $17.
Hold on. That Indian bracelet was made in Taiwan. It was
Right.
a little tchotchke.
Whatever, it was cool.
Remember, Froggy brought it in, and we found it online for like $12.
It had ancient eagles on it. I
Yeah.
thought it was something awesome.
You could buy it at Claire's, okay? It's an accessory for a teenage girl.
Some junk knick-knack is what
It
you
wasn't a
found.
knick-knack. It was old hippie
No, it was a
bracelet.
junk knick-knack. All right, 7:57. This is on Q105. Ooh, this is dangerous. Ow. Hey, Coop, did I give you the story about the husband who was given a treat by the wife? Did I give you that?
No.
I thought I've given you so much stuff. I forgot. Run in here real quick so you can see the headline, because I don't want to give it away. But run in here because I need you to get this story so people can see the image. All right, there it is. You got it? Look at the source. Look at everything. You got it? Oh, my God. All right, hold on. All right, so go dig that up. Go. All right. No, I need the story.
We need the story.
Go find that and get ready to put it up at mjmorningshow.com. I thought I did, but I gave him a ton of things already today. So listen to this. A woman by the name of Teresa Rose was celebrating her husband's birthday and decided to give him a sort of an unorthodox little surprise.
Okay.
This is in 2020, so this is just 2 years ago. Teresa Rose.
Pre-pandemic.
Well, the pandemic started in 2020.
Okay.
So the pandemic really for us started in March of 2020. So gives her husband an unorthodox birthday party by bringing another woman into the mix. So, Froggy, that would be called a
Threesome.
That would be correct.
I thought you were going to say good egg.
Also a good egg.
That's a good egg.
My usual answer, you're right, Roxanne.
So her husband apparently, folks, listen to this. Ooh. Her husband apparently had a little taste for this, and this had come up from time to time. Hey, honey, ever thought about having a threesome and bringing another woman into the mix? So 2 women and the guy, that would be the threesome.
Right.
And she did. So a surprise for his birthday, brought another woman into the mix to celebrate. And, well, the whole damn thing backfired.
No, never works out like it does on Cinemax.
Total backfire. a few weeks after the threesome, she left him, filed for divorce, and she's hooked up with the woman now.
That happens in movies.
Say what? they couldn't come out with another agreement?
Be careful what you wish for.
That's correct.
Oh my gosh, there's a movie. What's the name of the movie that happens? What's her name?
It's called Three-Way Gone Bad.
Basically,
I don't know.
Meryl Hemingway is in it.
Muriel?
Not Muriel. Whatever her name is.
Muriel? Anyway.
All right.
I'm thinking of one with Ben Affleck.
Both of you look it up.
Okay.
I am.
So, I've heard of these stories.
So you invite in the third baseman.
Right.
And then you leave for the third baseman.
So, but this woman who's married to the guy in a heterosexual relationship then brings in the woman, and then she's like, oh, my God.
You switch teams.
All right, I got it.
And she was enamored with this other woman, and then now they're a couple. But you've heard of this stuff in the past. Or sometimes, here's another example of what has happened in the past. I know I've read stories about this where, again, couples trying to be adventurous. So let's say you got a husband and you got the wife. They bring in another woman to spice things up. And there are cases where the guy leaves the wife for the new woman. That's another.
Right.
That's another.
I've
story.
heard of those.
That's another scenario that has occurred.
Oh my gosh, I found the movie.
Why do you turn your mic off?
I was listening to make sure it was clean because
okay.
it is. And the movie is called Sex Monster. And the trailer,
Okay, all right.
look up the trailer on YouTube. This is the exact movie, and it stars Merle Hemingway. Or Muriel?
All right,
What's her name?
From 1999.
Right, it's Muriel.
I can't. What am I having? Muriel?
Froggy can't
I'm stuttering. I can't say Muriel.
Well, you just did.
It doesn't feel right on his lips.
You just did. So
Look at this movie.
Yeah.
Okay, we're not going to watch a 2-minute trailer, Froggy. I believe
All
you.
2 minutes.
Yeah. Why don't you hold it up to the microphone with your tinny little phone speaker? No, don't do that.
I won't.
I'm kidding. Anyway, Coop, do you have the story up so people can see the picture of the wife? All right, folks, we'll have this on our website in minutes. How long before you have it up, Coop?
Type.
Yeah, you
Right.
are interrupting the guy. Let him work.
All right, Coop.
Almost done.
All right, we'll have it up. So if you, they're both attractive.
Both the women.
Yeah. Hey, Fester,
They
can
make
you
a beautiful couple now.
bring this up? Hurry up. Oh, you have it up. Okay.
Yeah.
So Fester has a story up. Take
Anytime. A week later?
2 weeks later.
2 weeks later.
2 weeks later, she files for divorce from the husband, and now she's hooked up.
So he didn't live up to his expectations in the bedroom.
Which one's really hot? One's like which one's the wife?
All right, now
The really hot one?
Yeah, who's the hired gun on this one?
no, they're both attractive, but yes, the
The
one
one's a little more.
The one on the right.
the one on the right, yes, I think we're all in agreement. The one on the right is
Very pretty.
a couple of clicks more attractive.
But is that the wife or is that the other?
Scroll up, Fester.
Because
I don't know which one's which.
Well, hold on. We can look at hold on, right there. Hold on. I scroll down, and
it just says one of their names. It doesn't give.
yeah, you know what?
all right, the one on the right is outrageous.
It doesn't say left or right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So MJ.
Yeah.
There's obviously deep-seated issues in this relationship before partner number 3 entered the scene.
Why? I mean, some people are into that.
Okay.
There's like, I think.
And you leave them in 2 weeks.
Well, that's a problem.
I mean, there's something else going on. If you're in a marriage where you're prepared to leave your spouse in half a month,
I agree.
After a
for
great
good.
birthday gift.
I agree that there must be something wrong with the relationship. If suddenly you love your husband, you want to give him a gift, spice things up, and then you're gone in 2 weeks.
She's
Yes.
like, this girl's amazing.
There would have to be something wrong.
It's like that governor guy who just came out and admitted he was having swinging parties with his wife.
Oh, no. That up in,
Yeah.
well, he's a gubernatorial candidate.
Yes, well, there you go. He said it was just a patch in their marriage.
Do you know about this?
She's ridiculous, too.
Hey, Fester, here are the facts. Oregon, it's a Republican gubernatorial candidate. So a Republican guy running for governor in Oregon, and then it's come out that he and his wife were swingers.
It's a big message board where he's like, Welcome. I would like to welcome. Thanks for welcoming us to the community. We're gonna have sex with all of you.
Well, he said he's certainly not ashamed.
Yeah, he was a mayor. So he's a mayor in some Oregon town.
Sandy, Oregon.
Sandy, Oregon. Now he's running for governor. And, his wife's pretty smoking. And, listen, I'm comfortable enough as a heterosexual male that I can say that, listen, he's not a bad-looking guy.
Ooh.
I didn't notice.
Yeah, not a bad-looking guy. Hey, did you see the email went out? Did all you guys get the email about the... All right, now...
That was fun.
Froggy brought this up a couple of...
Is that what they were
days
talking
ago.
about?
It must
Yeah.
be.
Well, hold on.
Because I showed
All right,
you that.
I know.
All right, hold on.
Was it me?
Froggy rolled into the studio...
Monday.
Was it Monday?
It was
right.
it was Monday morning.
All right, so Froggy rolls into the studio and says, "Oh my God, somebody has destroyed the middle stall in the Beasley bathroom." And I thought that it involved like stuff maybe flung everywhere. Listen, I didn't want details, so I shut Froggy down. And I said, "Froggy, I don't want to know the details."
You blamed me for.
I said, "It's breakfast time." Is it gross or is it?
What I saw. Well, I mean,
Dumped for this kind of talk around here? These details?
No. Well, let me.
here's what I did. I go,
no,
Fester, go do it.
Write it down.
I don't want to get in trouble.
It was
Write it down.
It was a big mess in a stall.
Is the email the same thing or is this something
Yes.
different?
Yes, because that happened on Tuesday? No.
So it sounds like a backup.
The email came out yesterday, so this is a couple of days in the process.
All right, here's the deal.
I don't know what it was.
This company is not good about finding culprits, I've learned. They have this.
I'll tell you what. When we worked over at the Clear Channel and iHeart,
Couldn't get away with nothing over there.
they had actually working security cameras. They had every inch of the place covered. All right, so we get an email yesterday, and I think this went to like everyone.
Everybody.
Everyone got this. And the subject line was bathroom etiquette. And I'm going to read this verbatim because it's pretty funny. It says, and this is from Travis. So I'm well aware MJ and probably JR. The email is some sort of on-air. You got that. That's a bingo right there. Nonetheless, I have to send it to our team anyway. We recently had we recently had an issue in the men's bathroom where someone flushed an unusual amount of paper towels, which then required plumbers to come out on site to avoid flooding our office.
Weird because, Fester, was there a paper towel involved in what we saw?
It was such a mess. The paper towels were clogged in the pipe.
The email goes on to say, we are responsible for all costs to flood our floor, second floor. And like right below us is a law firm. I hope we didn't flood out the law firm. So Travis concludes with, I'll assume whoever did it wasn't malicious and didn't know our plumbing couldn't handle it.